morning, Virgo. I'm here to do your weekly reading for September the 10th to the 16th, a day late, but whatever. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you being on board with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, well then I'd love to have you on board. If my readings don't resonate, I know I say a lot, so please excuse that. If my readings resonate with you, then welcome on board. If they don't, then move on to the next reader. If your sun sign is not resonating, please move on to your moon, rising or ascendant, and your Venus and other aspects of your sign. And one of those may give you more information. Cards I'm using today are the Hanson Roberts Tarot. And I think that's everything. If you want personal reading with me, please, the details are below. If it is that you want to find out more about me, you can join my Facebook page at the Aussie Goddess. I do have a website as well. The Two of Rods just jumped out. You must be looking at a journey or something, looking ahead of you at the moment, looking forward, not backwards. Okay, Virgo, this is your reading. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. So at the moment, you look like you're a bit stuck in your thoughts and feelings. This definitely has the energy of not being able to move forward because you don't have all the information, or because what information you have is stopping you from moving forward. This card shows a woman who's in amongst, the Eight Swords. She can't see her way and she can't feel her way because she's bound. But actually none of those ties are really, as real as they look. They're not tight. She can remove them and move forward. But she's either refusing to because she doesn't want to see the truth, or she can't because she doesn't yet have the truth. So that's the general energy for Virgos this week. Okay, so first card out is the Ace of Cups. Woohoo! I love it. Okay, so we know you have love on your mind. Now, whether this is something you know at the moment or whether it's something you're secretly wishing for, love is definitely on your mind. It's the forefront. Now, it could be love for something or a person or a place. I'm not quite sure yet, but there's definitely something in your heart at the moment, and I can feel your heart bursting. So either you have something that you need to follow up on, or you're about to declare this feeling of love. It's very strong when I feel this card here. I love it. Very strong. Okay, and the next card we have out is the Devil. So it could be love for a Capricorn, being that this is the representation of Capricorn star sign or sun sign. It could be that you love someone and you feel bound to them somehow. Maybe you have a connection with them that is a little unexplainable. I'm a little worried though, because maybe you're a little obsessed with this person if you're getting these two together. And I have to question, is that love healthy? And you need to question, is that love healthy too? Because this can be codependence too. So you could be in love with someone who's addicted to something. You could be in love with someone who's a narcissist. But there's definitely a feeling of being bound to something that may not be right for you. Now, in saying that, you could be lusting after someone. You could think you love them and be lusting after them, or you could love them but still be lusting after them. So maybe that's what we're talking about here, but definitely look at the next cards. Okay, and the next card out is the Two of Swords. So there's a feeling here of having to make a decision here about how you move forward on this. Now, like the Eight of Swords, she's also blindfolded. So I feel like for you, there definitely is a lack of information at the moment, or a lack of understanding of knowing which way to go. It could be that you've got the Devil card here because you've got to choose between two people, and maybe you're walking away from this Devil energy to go after the Cup, and you're making the choice of actually cutting someone out. Maybe you're not wanting to look at that yet. Maybe you're trying to avoid doing this. But definitely a feeling of two people being involved. One of them is not good for you and one of them is right. And you've got to make the decision between the two. And here you go on your horse. You're ready to roll forward and cut someone out. and also let someone know how you feel. Because this is definitely a very fast-paced movement. So whatever it was that was holding you back, you now have the push forward. Maybe you're waiting for some information to come in, but moving forward on this is something you've chosen to do. So whether you move forward on the love, or maybe you're moving forward on cutting this person out of your life before you move forward. But whatever it is, you've actually come to that decision now, and you're removing that blindfold. You're definitely ready to speak your truth. Whatever way it goes, you are definitely ready to speak your truth. And here's the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is a message too. It's not so much an action message. It's often something that's come in an email or a text. So maybe you're ready to take action in the Knight of Swords, but you're going to send out a little check first. A little, let's see what happens here. It may be that you want to feel out how the other person's feeling before you break it off with this Devil energy. Definitely moving forward. Okay, and then you have the Ace of Swords. Sorry, I'm picking up the cards wrong here. The Ace of Swords is next. Now, the Ace of Swords definitely talks about speaking a truth. You mean business here. You do really mean business. Once you've made up your mind on this, you're going to forge ahead. Okay, I feel like, now if this was a work reading, which it sort of has a bit of a feel of, then maybe you're deciding to walk away from a workplace because they expect too much of you in this Devil card. Maybe they're, really bullying and using you, and you want to walk away, and you're making a decision to walk away. But whatever it is, you're definitely standing in your truth here. You definitely mean business. You're definitely on your way to walk in and say to someone, that's it, I'm done. Yeah, definitely. Whatever it is, whether it's a relationship or a work situation, Justice card. Definitely balancing wrongs. Definitely putting things right. A lot of Swords energy in this reading. Even though you've got the Ace of Cups up front, the rest of the cards are all Swords except for the Devil. You are really ready to do business here. I love it. You've got this lovely defiance energy, this I'm going to get what I want energy. Just huge, huge. So that's 5 swords in 7 cards. Wow. So whether you're cutting out this devil energy or whether you're moving forward on something that you want, you've definitely made up your mind. And here we are. So you're actually offering something more stable. For a lot of you, this could be work, because I feel like you're walking away from a very toxic situation. Very toxic. Could also mean that you're walking away from a toxic relationship, but with all these swords here, I'm thinking it may be something to do with work. There's nothing to say it would be family. There's very little love here, but whatever it is, you're going after this cup. You're not really caring what stands in your way. I can see you just mowing down everything with your sword to move towards this stability. So whether this is love or whether it's work and career, you've got your direction and you're going for it, and look at you go with the Magician card. So there's another sword in that too. So I'm thinking you're on a little bit of a warpath this morning, Virgo. It's almost like you've thought about this a whole lot, you've churned it over, you're going to cut things out that don't serve you, you're going to move really hard on the things that do, and you're going to do it with this very lusty, thoughtful energy. It's beautiful, but you have everything you need to do this. I love it that you're not stopping and sitting in your energy trying to think it through. It's almost like you've had a bit of time to think about it, you've uncovered what you want, and now you're going for it. And at the end, 3 of Cups, celebration. Well, you know me, I love a good reading. That's just so straightforward for me now. When I got the first 2 cards out, I'm thinking, yeah, a cup of love, a devil. Now I can see it clearly. If this is love, work or career, you are so strong at the moment and so ready to cut out everything from your life that doesn't serve you and move on a path where it brings you in this beautiful 3 of Cups. You're definitely in your element in this Magician card here. You're just really forging ahead. And maybe that's the devil energy you're bringing in. Maybe you're just so passionate about doing something about this that Nothing's going to stand in your way. I see you hoeing through everything with swords. It's like you're cutting down everything to find this security. It's all you want is to have security, and you're not getting it. Okay. Now the Moon card came out. So a little bit of a caution, because it talks about paying attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. And the reason that's come out is you have absolutely no Wands cards here. You have a desire to move forward, but a lot of this is thoughts and energy. It's got very, very much a very push forward feel to it. While you're doing this, good that you've made up your mind. Brilliant that you're doing what you really need to do. But don't forget to stop sometimes and just sort of touch base with your higher self and make sure that you're on the pathway that you want to have on. Don't get so caught up in your thoughts, feelings and your doings that you forget to touch base with who you are. And if this is a relationship reading, then it doesn't really feel too relation-y, but I would say to you, you need to stop every now and again and just consider how you're feeling in this. Because the thoughts and ideas are here, but not a lot of cups. Okay? Thanks, Virgo.